This is Mudball Mike, and this is the Mudball News for Tuesday, December 23rd, 11:15 p.m. It is the day before Christmas Eve. Right now, as I'm recording this, there is a fire at Quaker City Castings. Let's see, I had a news report up. If I saw, there's one. The news crews are going there now to see what's going on. There was like multiple fire departments heading there, or that were there now. We heard all the sirens earlier, so now my news feed isn't loading for whatever reason. There it is. Fire breaks out. Multiple departments on the scene. There's Quaker City Castings in Salem. So they don't know yet if anyone's involved or injured. It's, just developing right now. Like I said a little bit ago, we heard a bunch of sirens going off, and that's what was happening. I saw a news report, and Quaker City Castings seems to be on fire. Hopefully nobody's hurt. I guess we'll find out what happens later. But right now they're just taking care of the fire. And there's, I think they listed about 5 different fire departments that were going down there to assist. One reason I wanted to come on here tonight, just left. Where is it? I wanted to see if we could see anything, like if I showed a tablet on here or something. And it's not there. I guess if I hold it right, you can see it a little bit. So that we're looking at the aspect.bandcamp.com page. So you can kind of see it. So what if I flip it the other way? Let's see what that does. It's like reflecting a lot of light. Like if I move it up like this, so I can sort of do that. Just kind of a test to see, since I can't like do a screen share with this this video recording method. So if I wanted to share a screen, I'd have to do it like this. But that is kind of workable. So it just depends what I want to show, I guess. But I couldn't, it'd be hard to like surf. Like, I couldn't do like a slow surfing like that. I guess I could, but it would be a little cumbersome. So, day before Christmas Eve, last night I was in Suno. So that's where I make music, AI music, make music with AI and Suno. And I was going remix crazy last night. So, did 4 different remixes. So here's what happens. Like I'll go through there and, I had another thought in my head I wanted to cover tonight. It just hit me. So that's good. If I keep remembering it. So even though I don't take notes, I have notes in my head sometimes, right? So anyways, the Suno, doing, what are they called? Remixes. So some people, I let all my songs be remixed on there. I don't care. I want people to play with them. It's like a music playground on there. So why not let people play with your music that you make? But a lot of people don't want people to mess with their stuff. So they have the remix turned off, which you're allowed to do. I don't know if you have to be pro to do that or not. I know there's a feature. That's peach tea right there. I know there's a feature where you can turn it off. Turn off the allow remix or whatever, but I would never turn that off anyways because I want people to be able to play with it. Anyways, when I go to Suno, I will click randomly on songs. Usually on the right, the way I have the interface going, on the right-hand side, it'll show me similar artists to whatever I'm playing, whatever genre of music currently playing. Like usually it's like one of my songs, but it's a particular thing. So then on the right-hand side, there'll be suggestions of other ones. Like like that. And if you just let it play, it'll just start playing those like a sequence. But what I'll do is randomly click those and look for one that allows remix. If it doesn't allow remix, a lot of times I won't even listen to it. So people on Suno, I may not be the only one like that. I don't know. Because if I'm listening to something and I get ideas about it, I like the fact, because like, let's compare it to traditional radio or something. If you hear a song on the radio and you're like, oh, I would say this in the chorus instead of what it says, or I would add another chorus at the end of that. I would put a guitar solo here. I don't like that line. I want to change that line. Anything like that. You don't like the way the song's flowing, so you want a completely different style. If you can remix the song, you can do all that on Suno. So I like the fact that that's available, because in normal mainstream music, you can't just grab a song and do that. I mean, you could I guess you can with all the technology. You could sort of mess with it, but what I mean is on Suno they make it just easy to do this. So, anyways, when I am browsing songs, that's what I'm looking for, is ones that allow remix. So once I hit one that allows remix, so probably the title, the image in the title caught my attention. So I click it based on the title. Then I see does it allow remix. If it does, then I start listening to it. Start looking at the lyrics. Sometimes I'll listen to the whole song and it's awesome and it doesn't need anything. A lot of times in that case, I won't touch it because I don't have an idea to make it any better. It is what it is. It's already good. So I'll just move on. I might like that song or make a comment about it. Hey, this is a great song. But then I move along to the next one. There's other songs. So I click one and it says, okay, allow remix. Start playing it. Maybe I hate it. I don't know. But I'm looking at the lyrics and I'm listening to this, and maybe I'm getting some ideas from some of the lyrics that I'm reading. So even if I hate it, like what I'm hearing right now, I might go ahead and just stop it, click the remix, and I do the one where you reuse the style and the lyrics. There's different options you can do, but the one I pick, it says reuse the style and the lyrics. That's what I do. So it'll load up the lyrics and the styles. Sometimes I change both of those. Sometimes just one. Maybe the style's awesome already, but I've, got some different ideas for some of the lyrics. So then I just start going in there and rewriting lines or moving chunks of ground, take this verse and move it down here. Totally rewrite the chorus, maybe. I've done that. Just did that the other night on some of these. So, anyways, last night I did 4 remixes like that. And yeah, I always go through like line by line. And then if I rewrite the chorus, I can like copy and paste it over the other ones that are there. A lot of times I'll add a guitar solo in somewhere, because sometimes Suno will just put them in, but I like to block parts of the song in for where I put in brackets and say guitar solo. And then another thing I like to do, sometimes I'll put musical interlude in a certain place, because as I'm looking at it or listening to it, I'm thinking it would be a good place for just like a musical break right there. So then that's like all about that. So what are we? Suno.com /@MudballMike. That's where you find all that stuff. There's probably 200 songs up there. I have no idea. I think I was 160 something last I looked. It's got to be getting close to 200. What happens is when I'm done doing stuff like this, then I'll go on there and start playing if I have some extra time. So most nights, like I'll just like do a song. Last night I did 4. I still had credits left. I mean, you can do all this for free. You just don't have the rights to that music. But if you're just playing with it, then it doesn't matter. Here's the other thing. I think this stuff's awesome. I play it for other people. Some of them like it, but others don't. And a lot of times I like it more than anybody. So I guess with all that, what I'm saying is that I don't see the reason to pay for it yet, because some songs that I think, oh man, that's like a hit song, other people listen to it and they won't even like it. So, but I'm kind of biased, I guess, when I put some time into it and write, modify the lyrics or write the lyrics, write the whole thing. I'm not playing the music, I'm not singing, but I have a lot of fun making the like grindcore kind of stuff, because I've always wanted to make that kind of music. But I do play guitar and bass a little bit, but mainly guitar. I know how to play guitar, but I don't really know how to make the grindcore, that type of stuff. Like to record it, like and make it sound good, or like just the way they do that. And I don't have the voice to do that, like growling stuff. That type of vocal. Um, I don't know anybody that does do that. So if I had a couple people that I could work with, and I knew like a growler, and then maybe somebody that can program drums really good or something, or play them, but it's hard to find like somebody with a drum set like around me. I mean, I could go to Justin Frederick, that we had Aspect. I could go there if I wanted to. We'd record stuff, but I have to take my equipment, drive up to like Youngstown. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. So it's easier to just sit at the computer or whatever. But I'm limited as to what I can do. I mean, I can grab loops. You can hear what I do on aspect.bandcamp.com. I better do like an affiliate disclosure real quick. There could be affiliate links. Um, that's really not an affiliate link if you go to these sites I'm talking about, because yes, you can buy my music. I'm not an affiliate of it. It's my music. So, but there are a lot of programs that I'm affiliate of. So if I happen to talk about one or put a link below this video for something, just know that I might get a commission if it's an affiliate link. These happen. I've got ideas for that, actually. For my website, I might redo my website a little bit. Those were other ideas I had today, but I always just keep these on the burner, let's say. One more point here, I guess. What I was going to talk about. Can I do this? I think I can do this. I don't want to upset anybody. Okay. I'm looking at like Substack right now. I'm on my phone. I've got the Substack feed, so I can show you here. So we're on Substack. This is the Substack feed on my phone, making a video on Substack. This is Mudball News, Mudball Mike here, and it is Tuesday, December 23rd, 11:29 p.m. right now. All right, so I'm just going to scroll a little bit on here. So, because the idea is, okay, this is social media, just like Facebook, just like X, Instagram, all this stuff. This is a writer's platform, or at least it started that way, I think. But look what I'm doing. I moved my video platform from YouTube to Substack, okay? Because, first of all, YouTube screwed me for no reason. And they sort of demoted me or something like that, but won't tell you why. But, like, I can't put links in my descriptions and stuff like that. So I have a couple different channels, so just one of them got hit like that. But I don't know why it got hit. They don't tell you why. I tend to be very careful of things I put up. I don't put up any copyrighted stuff. I'm real paranoid about that. Like, you see people all the time using pictures and videos, like video clips of like movies, and like maybe like play a Kiss song and talk about it. Um, who knows? Just all this stuff. I don't do anything like that because I'm just afraid of breaking some copyright or rule or something. So I don't do anything like that, and yet I still get slammed. So I moved my main operation from YouTube over here to Substack, and I'm hoping that I don't get treated that way over here. I don't think I will. So far, everything is cool. Seems like a great place. And the fact that I can make a video, which also turns into a podcast, and then you can sort of just do like a blog post after you make this video, like right underneath it. It's sort of like the title and description like you'd have on YouTube or whatever, but I treat it sort of like on here just as like I'm doing like a blog post. So I might put stuff in there about the video. Sometimes I put other stuff in there too. Just depends, but I can write anything I want. Just like on here, I can talk about whatever I want. This is like my TV channel. I have my own TV channel. It's Mudball News. It's on Substack. Anixas, ANIXAS.substack.com. We do not have a screen sharing utility. We're using this nice little interface right on Substack. So it does not seem to have much at all, but that's the beauty of it. It's so simple. So I'm just looking, I can see myself doing this. I can see the level on my mic. I see the stop button. I see that the video is 16 minutes and 57 seconds right now. So, but if I need to show you something, I just got to do this. Don't need to show you right now though. I'm just going to let's just read some stuff here. So here's Dr. Morton. If I told you I got criticized for being humble today, is that performative humility? Question mark. Let's see, the next thing I see an image. I'll show you. Here's some image of the sun and the moon. It says, somebody gonna catch your vibe and love it. Be patient. So there's a point to all this. I'm not just like scrolling randomly. I am, but there's a point to it. So then we got paranormal cartoons, people to follow. It's got some, I can scroll through and see people to follow. Then I got coffee with a wizard. Gone as far as you can in your career. Can't seem to get unstuck. It's not a new job you need. Simply want to know. I create a free weekly metaphysical newsletter. So he's promoting a newsletter. That's what that's all about. Busy week for a lot of people. Here's another. This is called Rude Astrology. These are different things that I follow. So here's Rude Astrology. There's some sort of image. It says God assigns the cringiest interests to his hottest warriors. It's got that picture, see? That's what that's all about. Okay. The 10 most credible UFO videos ever filmed. That's the UAP files. Some of this, they just show me. They stick things in here. I don't, like that one. I don't know if I subscribe to that. Actually, there's on Substack now, there is subscribe and there's follow. So I gotta watch the amount of email I get because I already get a ton. If I subscribe, that means I'm getting emails too. If I just follow, then I'm just following and I'm not getting emails. I think that's how that works. But you're still being updated, So that's what I'll do on this. So here's the UAP files. Can we even see it? Sort of. UAP files. I'm gonna follow that because that sounds interesting. I like UFO stuff. Look at that videotape. The see-through house. More meta bunk. Cosmic flashes. So, once again, we haven't got to the point yet. We're just scrolling. We're getting to the point though. We're looking for certain things. Thanks to this read, I watched the animation for the first time. Stellar work. PSA required notice. Huh. So here's what's good. What's good is my feed is good right now. I was gonna focus on some stuff critically, I guess, but right now my feed's good, so I don't have nothing to criticize. Let's see. That's pretty cool. Look, he's got some kind of background going on that video. That's pretty awesome. Look at that. There's a picture of the Apple I from 1976. There's a tape player in there, so the stuff was on tape. I used to have an Atari. I think it was called a 2600, and you did the programs on a tape. You could write programs on it and stuff, and you'd record them to a cassette tape, and you had to rewind them and stuff to find your program. It was weird. Yeah, I had some of them old computers, and you couldn't do a whole lot with them. It was like when the technology was just coming up. I was there. I had the old stuff. Dot matrix printer one time. DOS computer. Yeah, I had those things, and I couldn't do much with them. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Programs were real basic, but there was always games. You could get and play little games and stuff. Let's see. So far, nothing I can criticize on here, so that's good. I'll tell you my problem in a minute, I guess. Since I don't see it now, maybe it's non-existent now. Because a lot of people have been criticizing it on here. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So that's 6 days. Let's see. That's a restack. So a lot of times there was a lot of posts on here where people were just like telling you how to get more followers and stuff like that. And like post here if you only have 10 followers, or if you put a comment here, you'll get 100 new followers, or get my little course and I'll show you how to, get more followers on Substack. Just I was seeing a lot of stuff like that for a while. And not only did I see stuff like that, I saw people criticizing the stuff like that. And I mean, you see what I'm doing here. Just you can do anything on this platform. You want to be a writer, just be a writer, do your writing. Maybe you don't want to be on video, but if you do want to be on video, do this. If you just want to make audio, you can just make an audio post. You can do a podcast and just do audio. So they give you the options to do so much on here. You don't have to do a post where you're just talking about, getting more followers and stuff like that, or anything like nonsensical like that. Just there's a lot, everybody has something they can talk about or share. Just like do that. I posted some quotes that I found. Sometimes I'll make like an AI image, post that. I treat it a lot like Facebook or something, but it's like more than anything. To me, this platform is the top because it does everything. And I'm in love with this video recording interface. I mean, it's so simple. You just click a button, it gives you a preview. And I actually previewed this stuff before I started the video. I held up my tablet to see if I could see it like this. This is a phone. We used to have the tablet up here, but I held it up first just to make sure it wasn't going to be totally retarded like when I did it. So that was the only test I did. I just held it up before I hit record. But all you do is say I'm going to make a video post. This interface comes up. It's real easy to use. There's nothing to it. It says, here's a preview. So during that preview phase, that's when I held the tablet up, made sure that the angle of everything looked okay, because I do have a Christmas tree behind me. There's, you can see lights on the ceiling behind me because there's a thing on the floor of a snowman that lights up, and it's got lights all around. So I wanted to make sure I was sitting at like the proper angle, so that, because when I was first sitting, I was like this, and you could like see the top of the tree right there. So I slid over this way a little bit. So there's your preview, and then you hit record. There's a record button. You just hit it. Then it says 1, 2, 3. It's like a countdown. Then you're recording. So it gives you like prep time, 3 seconds or whatever. So, anyways, then you just start making your video. But you can make video, podcast, everything. I still have not wrapped my Christmas presents. I'm going to do that tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve. That's when I'll be wrapping my gifts. So you're probably already wrapped, or maybe you're doing it tomorrow. Maybe you didn't buy any gifts. Maybe you don't celebrate Christmas. I don't know. So here's a bird plate right here. I got coffee, and I got peach tea right here. Good shit. So here we go. It's Mudball News. We're not really promoting anything. We're just making videos. I could promote something. Build a Biz is awesome. If you want to buy something, if you need like a platform with an autoresponder, you need something to make splash pages, you don't want to pay a lot of money. You need image hosting. What else is there? There's 30, at least I think 30 tools on there that you can use for a ridiculously low price. It's under $20, more around 10 or something. I don't even remember. It's nothing. Way less than $20, let's say. And you get all these tools, stuff that you need, like if you want an autoresponder. And to me, it's easier to use. I have tried using some of these other ones, and I just find them confusing compared to this. I mean, it's just so easy to use it. The deliverability of it is great. I usually test with Shane when I make something. He'll do tests with me to make sure the mail's coming through, and it always goes right through. I want to thank Shane too, because he helped me promote my art the other day. I had posted a video with all my artwork. I showed all my cards. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and look at that one. You'll see I hold up all my art cards. They're for sale on eBay. So, and I just made a new one. It's not even up there yet. So I'm starting on some new ones. After I sell a couple more, then I'm going to put some of the new ones up. So right now I'm just working on those. I do what's called trash art, where I cut, so it's trash, like TRASH. There's other names for it too. I just go with that one. But I'll cut out boxes, like cards. I have a template with their correct card size, and I will draw around that on boxes, like a cookie box or something. Cut out these cards and then use pen, markers, and crayons to create art. And then I put them in a nice plastic sleeve and I sell them on eBay. So, but Shane Bozar reposted my video of me showing that art. So that way, not only do I show it, and I have this feed going to a different YouTube channel too. Not the one that got screwed, but I have a different one that I actually have a bunch of AI songs on there too from Suno. I put those like videos on that YouTube channel, but when I make a video on here, you can send it directly to YouTube. I think you can send it to LinkedIn too. I can't remember. There's something else at the bottom, but I didn't do that one. So I do it to Substack, and then I do it to the one linked YouTube account that I have that hasn't got dethroned or whatever. So I was watching the Great Christmas Light fights tonight. Some of those are pretty cool. They had one where they had this Navy like destroyer or something, like this boat. Had it all decorated with Christmas lights. Then there was the Imaginarium. And then the last one was this lazy river thing. They were all really cool. It was like some crazy light displays people do. Take a lot of work, a lot of time to make that kind of stuff. I don't put lights up here. In fact, I'm not sure. I don't think anyone in my neighborhood has lights up. There's a couple houses that usually do, and I know the one that usually does. It's not there, and I haven't really looked up at the other one to see if that has lights. But usually it's like real noticeable, so I think I would have seen it. So as far as I know, at least in my neighborhood, my immediate neighborhood, I don't think anybody put lights up. The one house, they have some of the big like blow up Christmas figures, and then I saw like somebody decorated like their bushes and stuff like that, like down there. So one house has a sort of a white light kind of display going on. Real basic, but real tasteful. It looks good. And then the one house looks like it has like some, I don't know, do people put like bags down with lights or something? It looked almost something like that. But some people go crazy with the Christmas lights. I wouldn't mind doing the porch or something maybe. Um, that might be doable. I don't like to go real high on ladders. I have sort of a fear of heights a little bit. I think when I was little, one time I was at the Canfield Fair, and I had gone up to this, like, I'm not sure if it was a fun house or what it was, but I was a little kid. I was small, and there was this big metal staircase that I had to walk up, and I walked up there, and at the top of it, the railing, there was a big gap in the railing, and for being a little kid, I wasn't much higher than that railing or whatever. There was a gap in it. Like, it's hard to explain, but it was right there at the top. Not safe for kids, let's say. And if I would have fell, I think I was high enough where I would have got hurt pretty bad, or if I hit my head, I could have probably died. And I slipped up there. And luckily, there was a guy standing right there, and he grabbed me. He caught me. So I don't know if my fear of heights stems from situations like that. I fell down a cliff one time too, when I was a lot younger. My friend had moved to a different house, so we used to live across the street from each other, and we hung out. And then one time he moved, and I hadn't seen him in a while, so I went to his house one day, and he had all these woods behind his house. So we're going back, like hiking in these woods, and we were hiking on these real like steep cliffs back there. And I'm hanging on to like roots and stuff, trying to get my footing because it's like super steep. Well, I'm holding on to this one root, and it broke, and I went backwards because I'm just like, it's already steep. Imagine you're hanging onto this root, and it just breaks, and I just fell straight back. So what happened at that point? I start tumbling because now you lost all control, tumbling backwards, upside down the hill, hitting my head on rocks the whole way down. I mean, it was like leaves, roots, dirt, rocks. It wasn't just all like a rock cliff or anything like that. It was like all of that, but tumbled down far, hitting my head multiple times and my other parts of my body, like my back, on all these rocks and stuff, going down. So that was a traumatic experience for me as well. Luckily, I didn't get, hurt like too bad, but my head was bleeding and stuff, So that can happen. So be careful. Here's a PSA: be careful if you're in the woods. A root can break. Beware if you're holding on to roots. Might not be a good thing to do because if they snap, you go back, end up at the bottom very fast. So with that, I think we'll end this segment of the Mudball News for Tuesday, December 23rd. It's 11:52 p.m. I'll finish this up and we'll do this again later.